Right, so equation of lines, also known as the linear function. And you will recall that all straight lines can be written in the form y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope or the gradient, b, just like in any polynomial, is the y-intercept. Of course, another way we could do it, that's y equals mx plus b form. The other common way of seeing an equation of line is what we call general form, where we put everything on one side of the equation and make it equal to 0. We tend to make a, b and c integers. Now, how many people have had it drummed into them that a, b and c have to be integers? Well, they're wrong, of course. Because what happens if the coefficient is the square root of 2? How are you going to make it an integer? Ah, well, you know, it is possible for a line to have a slope of the square root of 2. So, it's not necessarily true. I suppose a better way of saying it are integers or surds. It could be a surd. Or another way I could say it, I suppose, is that we don't have fractions as coefficients in general form. We tend to get rid of all the denominators. The other thing I haven't put there, but I always do just because I'm incredibly fussy and I think it looks neater, is I always make a positive. There's nothing that says it has to be, but yeah, it looks nicer. Okay, let's have a look at this question here. Find the equation of the line perpendicular to y equals 5x minus 2, passing through naught 6. Hey, that's handy. That happens to be the y-intercept. In general form. Well, if it's perpendicular, what do we know about perpendicular lines again? It was, multiply together to give -1, negative inverse. Well, we know the slope of the line they've given us is 5, therefore the one we want is -1/5. The y-intercept they've given us is 6, so there we go. -1/5 x plus 6. Of course, if I left it like that, I'd be wrong because I haven't read the question. It does say in general form. So we'll multiply everything by 5, move everything to one side. X plus 5y minus 30 is equal to 0. Okay. Of course, there are some special lines which we can't necessarily write as y equals mx plus c. Parallel to the x-axis is okay, because of course the slope of anything parallel to the x-axis is 0. So you just don't get the x. So you get y equals some constant number. As an example, oh look, there's a line parallel to the x-axis. Let's say that's the point 32, then it would have the equation y equals 2. Doesn't matter where you go on the line, the y value would be 2. The ones vertical, of course, they're the ones that it's a bit hard to write as y equals mx plus b because there is no y. So it's x equals a constant number, and if that one went through the point 32, that would be x equals 3. I suppose they're the easiest of all the lines, vertical or horizontal ones. And that's all I'm going to talk about today. Ooh, that was a rather quick one. So 5C.